fam. Oh, again with the phone. I'm tired and I don't want to hold it, but I guess I'll hold it. So, you guys may have seen from a post, if you're watching this after you've seen some of the content that I loaded this morning, I am pumped, in a word. I crushed some goals this morning up in the gym. I hit 185 for one on my deadlift. That is a new 1 rep max for me. And I finally broke 200 on the leg press with 225 to be exact. And I am on fire. I'm just pumped because I have, your purpose when you're in the gym, when you finally set your sights on getting stronger and lifting heavier, you have these numbers in your head, because you should always have a goal, right? You should just, try to work to get stronger if that's your goal. And, I've had these numbers in my head on these things, and these particular ones in particular have just frustrated me, because I would try to get stronger and then it would just be, it's hard. It's hard. Lifting heavy weight is hard, but it's supposed to be, right? So I'm pumped because I finally pushed past and I got there. But what it made me really realize is the importance of the support in your life. And so I'm one of the only females that is in the weight section at this time of the morning. I'm not saying I'm the only woman that's lifting at the club, because I know that there are others just other times of day, but that time of the morning, it's just me. And normally, I am a solo person. I typically like to work out by myself. I like to run by myself. I am just not, when I work out, I like to just put my music in and go and just be me. Because when I work out, I don't have to be anybody else. I just have to be me. And not that I have to be anybody else in any other time in my life, but you know what I mean. When it's just you, you don't have to entertain or socialize or anything like that. You can just get in your head and you can do it. You can do the work. And so I typically prefer to work out alone, but there are other people at the gym at that time of the morning, and there's 2 guys in particular that are lifting typically right alongside me, and they, you don't often find this with women, but what I have found with men in the gym is they will give you compliments when they see that your physique has changed, and not in a creepy, I'm trying to hit on you way, even though that does exist, but most of the time it is a genuine, hey, I recognize your gains, good job. Or when you lift heavier weight, they're genuinely impressed, and there's all the respect in the world, and they tell you. And it's a sad, sad thing, but women are not always like that, So that's kind of cool. But they also have been a huge form of support and encouragement for me, because I am going to be honest, there are perceptions in my head about my own strength and my own abilities that they just don't believe. Even a coworker of mine, a very dear coworker of mine, he is just as mystified as me that I have only been able to lift what I've been able to lift for so long. But, now I think I'm finally getting there in my head, because they have been on me like white on rice to push past what my own perception is of my own strength and to try heavier weight. And I, got a little message there. But today I did that, and it was all thanks to me finally getting on board with what they believe about me. And so sometimes this goes to show that sometimes peer pressure can be a good thing, but it has everything to do with who you surround yourself with. If you have people in your life who are weighing you down and are telling you things about yourself that are not pushing you to be better, are not pushing you to elevate, they're not pushing you to level up, they're not pushing you, and not in a negative way like, oh, you're stupid, you should do better. Not like that at all, but positively encouraging you, pushing you, supporting you, celebrating with you when you make those wins. If you don't have people in your life that are doing that for you, you're not ever going to get, or let me say this, it's going to be real hard for you to get to the next stage where you need to be in order to get to where you want to go ultimately. It's crucial that you have people in your life, your support, that are going to be surrounding you. And so what do you do if you don't have any of those people? You got to put yourself out there. It's making the conversation with the person that you're intimidated by, because a lot of times I think, and I'll use myself as an example, I hear time and time again with people at work who don't really know me, but then they get to know me and they are shocked. They're just shocked at the type of person that I am. Because they had in their mind, they had this idea that I was any which way. I don't know which way they thought I was, but they were just shocked. And then they were pleasantly surprised. And so I think that for most people in life, you know, that we'll be shocked and amazed and pleasantly surprised by them. So you got to put yourself out there, because, you know, you can't just sit around and wait for things to happen to you. You can sit around and you can think about an idea all day long, and you're not going to be any closer to making that idea come into reality if you don't do anything. Life is about action, and if there are things in your life that you want, you have to actively put yourself out there to make them happen for yourself, because nobody is going to make them happen for you. You have to make a decision. You have to act on that decision. You just got to do it. You got to do it, because you could sit around thinking about stuff for the rest of your life and never be any closer to your goal. So, find people, put yourself out there. If you're in a gym environment, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why working out in a gym is so great, because there are other people there that you can draw from inspiration, that will encourage you. And if you just put yourself out there, and I apologize if you work out around crappy people, I hope maybe that there are some decent people in there. There probably are, but you got to put yourself out there. Sometimes it's just speaking. It's just like, hey, nice job. You know, like, it's a comment, and that builds over time, because the camaraderie that exists in the gym where I train I'm sure it's always been there, but I have not been an active participant in there until I started actively injecting myself in that, which is like, hey, what are you doing over there? What's that exercise that you're doing? Or, wow, that's really heavy weight. You know, just striking up conversations. And that has fed into deeper camaraderie and support and encouragement and all the good things. And so that would not have happened had I not actively put myself out there. You know, I've actively put myself out here on these video feeds, because it's kind of scary to go live. I mean, if you mess up or something happens, you know, I don't know, a random cat jumps up on your car, you know, I don't know, that may have happened in the past. But, you know, I put myself out there because I have seen the positive return on that. And I know that God has a bigger plan in store for me, and this is part of it. So, you guys all play a little role in that. Don't you just feel so warm and fuzzy? So, yeah, so put yourself out there, build that support mechanism, because it ain't just going to happen by you just sitting back and, you know, being quiet and keeping to yourself. You got to build your support, because it's crucial, because otherwise you're not going to level up, and you're not ever going to do and accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Got to put yourself out there and actively work towards it. So, anyway, that's that. I'm pumped. My legs hurt. So do my glutes. But that's good. That's good. All right, beautiful people. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Kill it.